Okay, so this is the COVID chat. I'm Chloe Mason, and on today I have Enes Kanter, who you're on the Boston Celtics right now.
Yep.
I connected with you when you were actually on the Portland Trail Blazers, and it was after
Yep.
was it the Denver Nuggets game where
He
the
was that nugget.
fans
Yep.
fans went crazy, booing and
Yep.
everything, and I was touched because your reactions or lack thereof from it were incredibly honorable. And I came from a small town, and being a person of color, we just kind of connected on
hmm
that. And so that's how we came to connect. How
Yep.
are you right now?
I am good. I'm trying to stay obviously positive as much as I can. Trying to stay home, trying to stay safe. Obviously, like everybody else, I am bored, not gonna lie. But like I said again, I'm trying to actually stay productive and active as much as I can.
Yeah. Are you an active reader? Are you a video gamer? What is like your how do
So
you
like
relieve your boredom?
I feel like this is like the best time to invest in yourself, because we always make excuses. Oh, like the practices, games, or schools, or homeworks, this and that. But I feel like this is the best time to just focus on yourself. And I'm actually been trying to do a lot of reading, and really for focusing on that, because I feel like that's like the best is investment for your future. And then the second thing is, so like I remember growing up, I remember that my mom was always used to tell me like, hey, learn how to cook. I'm not gonna be there for you rest of your life, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, now I know what she meant. But I'm actually, it's so even risky to order food from outside, right? So like I'm really like trying to sit down and trying to like watch some videos and try to learn how to cook. I
Yeah.
don't think I'm really good at it, but I'm still trying to do my best.
What are you working on right now? What dish? What dish have you mastered, and
Uh,
what is still a struggle?
like the easiest ones. I'm talking about like maybe an omelet, right? Maybe, but most of the time I end up eating cereal because my food doesn't really taste like anything, or I have to put like a lot of ketchup in it, so I don't really get like the taste
No.
of it. I know, I know, but the other thing I'm actually doing is trying to learn how to play piano. I love playing piano. I'm actually I love listening to piano. I'll say that, but I'm just because of my fingers are so big, I'm like trying to always push the wrong button and stuff. It just drives me crazy. But I feel like just get on your Xbox or PlayStation, play video games all day. It's that kind of like a waste of time. You don't. I mean, a lot of people do it. I don't know how they do it. Like get on. Some of my teammates are actually doing it, like playing 6, 7 hours a day. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, just do something. Do something good. But I guess it's a choice.
Yeah. I'm not a gamer at all. I'm a big
hmm
bookworm, so I agree with you. Now is like the time where I couldn't spend hours just getting lost in a book, but now I definitely have that. But to jump into it, what was your reactions when the NBA announced its suspension?
hmm I remember it was March 11th. We played against the Pacers. We won that game, and then we traveled to Milwaukee. And I think it was an ESPN game. So the night before the game, everyone was obviously ready. I was remember watching this game, the Denver Nuggets against Mavericks, and then I think it was like around halftime. One of my teammates called me in OKC because I played for OKC before. One of my ex teammates, and he said, "Dude, our game just got canceled." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I think one of the players in Utah has the virus." I'm like, "No way." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. We just got canceled. They said take all your jerseys. We gotta wash it. Just make sure all your clothes are clean and everything." I'm like, "This is crazy." And I remember I turned on CNN and the breaking news: NBA just suspended. I'm like, "Wow." And I went to my trainer's room and they were just shocked too. And
Yeah.
then we got a message from, text message from Coach Brad. He was just saying like, um, we don't know what's going to happen, but we are going back to Boston tomorrow. And I went downstairs. I was just literally playing pool with my friends in a hotel lobby, and I saw the Bucks coach. I'm like, okay, this is definitely because the head coach and other team just showed up in our, lobby. I'm like, this never happened before. Okay, something's definitely happening. And then after that, it was just really sad that just because like I mean I know Rudy, he was my ex teammate because I played with him in Utah. just seeing him going through that, that way it was definitely very, just very hard for him for sure too. But actually, no, we literally just got tested, and one of our team members, Marcus Smart, got tested positive, and then we just like, I know Marcus Smart is tough, but like it just, you still feel like very, sad for your teammate, and I'm glad that he's doing amazing right now, working out and stuff. So it was definitely sad, very sad.
Well, I wasn't aware that one of your teammates
Yeah,
tested positive. How is he doing? Do you know?
he's good. I mean, the crazy part of it, like so after he got the virus, right, he said, "I'm fine. I can just go out there and play a game right now." That's
Mhm.
the scary part of it. So you don't feel it. You don't feel
Yeah,
that you
like
have it.
symptoms.
So I texted him too. I mean, he's doing good. He's doing fine. He's staying strong. He started his workouts, whatever. But like the thing is just, I guess like just because of you see your teammates so much, they become your brother. So like you don't want any of your brothers to just go through anything like that,
Mhm.
because then his family has to deal with it. His close friends have to deal with it. So like all I had to do was just give a positive energy and pray for him.
Absolutely. Energy is everything. So, with this COVID going on, the stay at home order, how are you able to train? Do you have to get creative? Are you in the
Hmm.
living room lifting water jugs? Are you,
Yeah.
what do you do?
So I'm one of the lucky ones because I live in a house, so like I have like some space. I actually like I have a gym in a house, not like a small basketball court, so I can just go there and just do some. I mean, I feel like it's impossible to stay in a game shape, but you still can, do some kind of like, the squats or push-ups or sit-ups or pull-ups, some kind of stuff. But I think Seth has been doing an amazing job to just making sure that their player is doing fine, because we had these virtual workouts that like the 5, 6 players at a time just get on that call and literally just strength coach just watching us and telling us, okay, now it's like band work, now it's
Mhm.
like push-ups, now it's this and that. But I think because like this, obviously it's a very tough, rough times that just what's happening, but you still want to just build that team chemistry with your teammates. I saw a player, I even give his name, Taka Fall, because like some players have like live in a big houses, but some players live in like a small apartment. They don't have much, enough space. So like I saw him having this like big suitcase full of clothes doing curls.
Yes.
I'm like, that is dedication. That's like championship mentality. That
Yes.
is gonna get us a championship. But it was just so amazing to just how much our players just want to go out there and itching to play basketball.
Yeah.
So
Interesting. How do you think that this is going to affect you as a player? Do you think it'll affect not only you, but multiple players' performance or?
affected me, or it already affected me. I gained around like 7 to 8 pounds already. you know,
Me too.
so
It's time.
so like it's tough because like you at home, but I'm glad it's Ramadan right now, so I don't just sit at home and just eat food all day.
Yeah.
And but just because I cannot cook, I'm like trying to like I eat a little bit of junk food sometimes, so I'm like trying to like to stay away from it.
Yeah.
But it's going to affect obviously a lot of players because like it is the playoffs are right about the corner, right? And then if this is done, they're talking about just playing the playoffs. And playoffs are like you give everything you have, you give 100%,
Hmm.
and you lose, you go home. So like I think it's very risky to just like jump straight into playoffs because just because of our bodies not in the game shape, a lot of people, a lot of players can get hurt big time. I'm not talking about ankle sprain. I'm talking about like just big time hurt. They can
Hmm.
it can affect their career. So I feel like NBA needs to definitely do a really good job. Even if the season opens up, if it's all safe to go, definitely needs to give us at least like 3, 4 weeks to just get ready. It's like a little training camp.
Hmm. I think that'd be good. So you mentioned Ramadan. So with observing Ramadan, do you feel that it is easier during the stay-at-home order
Hmm.
versus when you were in the playoffs at the Trailblazers? You were playing during
Yeah.
Ramadan. How is
Oh my.
that? How is the difference?
It was especially last year. So the Ramadan hit just when we were during the playoffs, and like when you play, especially in Portland or Denver, Denver was probably the toughest arena to play because of the altitude. So you just get
Oh,
thirsty really
yes.
bad. And then Portland, like just because of it's all the way in the west, you break your fast around like almost 9 o'clock.
Wow.
So, but yeah, I mean, just sit on the bench and just looking at your teammates drinking that cold Gatorade or cold
Oh
water.
my
I'm like,
gosh,
oh,
torture.
yeah, it was tough. But now it's like no practices,
Yeah.
no games, no events, no charity work, nothing, right? All you do is literally just stay at home and just watch TV. So I feel like this year is definitely easy. I feel like, athletes needs to use this time to heal and
Mhm.
take care of their body, because I remember, and a lot of the players, there's not one single game during the season I go out there and be like, my body feels okay today, my body doesn't hurt today. So like, I feel like, just if you're an athlete, just use this time wisely, just make
To
let
heal.
your body heal.
Yes. And with this time, I know a big topic of conversation is everything
Hmm.
going back in Turkey and your family. How are you using this time, using your platform to speak on human rights in Turkey? And how are you doing with that right now? What are you using this time for?
It's, I mean, it's definitely. I don't know if you saw the latest news, but the Turkish regime, Turkish government, decided to let all the murderers, child rapists, serial killers, smugglers or thieves free, and put in all the, journalists, political prisoners in jail. So if this virus spreads in jails, they will be maybe all dead. So like, how do you let in all the child rapists and thieves and smugglers or serial killers free, but keeping all the political prisoners and journalists are in a jail? So like, that's mind blowing. I cannot believe like that is happening. But for me, I feel like I'm trying to write an op-ed as much as I can, trying to give an interview as much as I can to just bring light and bring just attention to this cause, because all those people out there. I mean, I don't know if you know the numbers, but right now there are almost 17,000 innocent women are in the jail, and
Right.
almost 1,000 babies are waiting for help. So like, and those are innocent people. And if you look at all the you know news out all the news outlet, like I'm talking about Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, Human Rights Foundation, they are, a lot of them are saying that they are getting rapes in jails, they're getting tortures in jails. So like, I'm like this is it just sad, because like all I can do is just trying to bring attention and just pray for them, because we really need those people to be free, so people can just go out there and just be safe.
Right. Well, with that change, you did work on the Turkey Humans Rights Act,
Yeah.
correct?
Yep.
What was your role in that, and what does that entail?
So I'm actually in a different couple of bills. The one of them that you were talking about is Human Rights Act bill. I was doing it actually with Massachusetts Senator Ed Markey and Oregon Senator Ron Wyden. So the focus on that bill was the freeing all the political prisoners and journalists in jails, because I mean, if you're a journalist, that's your job to write. The government, I mean, you look at America, right? Let's talk about the president. You hate him or you love him. I mean, you can criticize him. There is a freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want to say about him. But in Turkey, even if you retweet against something against the government, there is a big possibility that you can be in jail. So
Wow.
like, you look at it, there is no freedom of speech, religion, or expression in Turkey, no democracy, and Turkish government using their power to abuse human rights violation. And the other thing is, that's what they did to me. They're using their power. They use red notice system, Interpol. So like, if you're opposition, if you're against the government, and if you're not in Turkey, that they're using the Interpol system to catch you and bring you back to Turkey. So like, I'm actually in another bill with another senator on Interpol bill. But right now, all I can do, literally just trying to bring attention to this cause.
Is there anything that us as American citizens can do, tangible things to stay aware, get involved?
I started this campaign called "You Are My Hope" campaign. We are actually, hoping to collect 1 million signature to just freeing all those innocent people in Turkey. And if you can literally just go to youaremyhope.org and just sign the petition. And with those signatures, with those 1 million signatures, we are planning to, take those to White House, take those to some human rights courts, take those to, you know, European Union maybe. So like, we're literally trying to do everything we can to just help those innocent people out there.
Okay. And that's something I feel like everyone can do from home. It's
Yep,
easy to do. You
that's
just
an easy one.
put it in, click it. There should be no reason not to do it. Are
Definitely.
you aware of how COVID is affecting people in Turkey or what their numbers are like?
See, we have especially we have no idea just because a lot of people, journalists, are in jail. We have no idea what the real numbers are. I mean, so my brother is in Spain. He actually stuck in Spain. He cannot come here because of this, the travel and ban and stuff. But I'm asking him how's my family doing and stuff, But he said my family's doing okay, but a lot of people are in Turkey just struggling and affected by this virus. Not just themselves, but their loved ones, their families, their neighbors, and their businesses. So like, Turkey is struggling pretty bad, and I don't think the Turkish government is doing a good job to help those people.
Wow. And just for me as someone who I'm not a political
Hmm.
background, and you hear things like these that are just atrocities that are happening to people, and it's like,
Right,
what needs to change for this to be
right,
like seen? How does something so terrible happen and then
right.
they get away with it? Why is that?
So like, I feel like, so when I talk about these issues, people are thinking that I don't like my country. People are wrong. I love my country. I love my flag. I love my people over there. My problem is with the regime in Turkey. So if the Erdogan regime, Erdogan is the president of Turkey, if Erdogan regime changes, I think everything's going to be fine. Because you look at right now, I mean, before, I remember growing up in Turkey, there was peace in the country. There was democracy in the country, and Turkey could be the bridge of Islam and West. But now, just because of all the stuff that are happening in Turkey, it's impossible. So like, I feel like if the regime changes, we should definitely, have a bright future. And then the other thing is we should definitely need more focus on education,
Yeah.
because if we want to have a better and brighter future, we need to educate our youth, especially younger generation, so we don't make the same mistakes that what we're doing now. So like, that's why it is very important to just go out there and just try to inspire as many kids and as many youth we can.
Yes. I think that you are utilizing your platform as best as you can. I think you're
Hmm.
expecting so much change and speaking out. I had read something where some of your teammates were just like, "Why don't you just be quiet, live
Yeah,
a normal life? You have your money, you have this." And I think that doing what's easy isn't always the right thing to do. And you're standing up for what you believe in. I think that's incredibly admirable. And if there's anything that you could say to the American people today, is there anything you'd want
yeah.
to say to them?
I want to think last thing I will say, but I don't want to just say it for Turkey. I want to say for the whole world. But our world is experiencing something like it never experienced before, right? A lot of people out there losing their lives, losing their loved ones, losing their businesses, and losing their homes. So like, I feel like, so what I believe in, it doesn't matter what your religion is, it doesn't matter what your skin color is, it doesn't matter what you believe in is. You are, you are tall, short, straight, not straight, this and that. I feel like what we need to focus on, we need to leave our differences on the table and trying to find what we have in common. And I always say this: we only have one world to live, and it's this. Till Elon Musk find another planet, this is what we have. So like, we need to make this work better together. I feel like that's the key word, together. So like, I mean, it doesn't matter what you believe in. Just our people in the world needs our prayers the most. So before you go to sleep, when you meditate, this and that, just pray for those people, because there is so many people out there putting their lives on the line and their families on the line, nurses, doctors, healthcare workers, so our world can have a better and healthier future. So like, pray for those people, because that's, I feel like, the best thing that you can give it to people and show them your support.
Absolutely. And I think the biggest takeaway for everybody is to take the time to find your commonalities before you look at
Yeah,
the differences and work together for everything. Well, I thank you so much for coming on and chatting.
and I
And
thank you. I appreciate it.
yes, I'm looking
It was
forward to
amazing.
seeing the
It was
next.
amazing. Definitely. So whenever you're done, you can send it to me. I can share it too. And yeah, so whenever you're done, let me know.
Perfect.